I was reading my word, I was praying, I was still transgender during this time. And a year later, I was living with my ex at the time, bought the ring, you know, about to start my life with this person, and I'm in the prayer closet, and I'm like, God, why am I not seeing breakthrough in my life? I'm doing everything you asked me to do, and all of a sudden God speaks to me and gives me a vision. And he says, in this vision, there was a man and a woman on one side, and then on the other side, there was a man and a woman and a woman. The man and the woman had babies. It was like glowing really bright, and it was like generations went down the line. And then on the other side, with the man and the woman, there was a red line under their feet, and it was black because you can't recreate life that way. So I'm staring at this like vapor, like this vision in front of my face, and God speaks to me and he says, I made man and woman so you could recreate and share the good news of my son, Jesus Christ. And he says, if the devil can convince somebody, a little boy or a little girl, a man or a woman, that they are gay, lesbian, or trans, he said, not only is the devil going against my will, because the devil's will is always against God's will, but the devil is wiping out entire family bloodlines and generations of people that I intended to be born will not exist for my glory. So I just remember feeling, wow, I've been really selfish my whole life. Everything in my life was based on my feelings. So I feel like I'm a lesbian. I feel like I'm trans. I feel like God hates me. And I was wrong. God loved me the entire time. I just had no idea about it because, unfortunately, his people didn't do a good job at telling me and showing me that. So I'm just sitting there and I'm crying, and God wraps this fiery blanket around me and he says, I love you no matter what you choose, but you have to choose today. And I chose him. I was terrified to choose him because I had been one way my entire life. That's all I've ever known. The next day, I went to church and I got set free of the demonic spirit of Jezebel. And I didn't know anything about demons. I didn't know there was a spirit behind homosexuality. I didn't know there was demons behind false identities, but there was. And I know now that James Harley, which was the name that I went by, James was a false identity. That was never who I was. But the devil stole my identity from a very young age. And that's why I believed I was born that way, because I was 4 and I didn't know better. So I can honestly sit here and tell you now, the desire to be with a woman is gone. The desire to be a man is gone. Where I once desired to be a man, I desire to have a man. Where I once desired to be a husband, I desire a husband. And that's not something I ever thought would ever happen to me in my life. But once I allowed God to change everything, and I put myself in a position to say, you know what, I'm going to put myself aside, I'm going to put me away, and everything I want, I'm going to put it over here to fulfill your will, not mine. That's when my life totally changed. And now I spend most of my time helping people in the LGBT. If you want help, if you're seeking Jesus, I'm here for you.